Hello folks, Samsung might be working on a Galaxy Watch with a built-in projector. The patent filing by the South Korean firm reveals that the projector could be used for a good use case. The filing of a smartwatch-related patent by Samsung says that a projection display on a side portion of the housing and configured to display information on a display area adjacent to the housing. In other words, the Galaxy Watch's projector can mirror the main screen on an adjacent surface like a hand or display additional information. It will show the information on a much larger area, like a part of the body, compared to the smartwatch display. Also, the filing reads, projection display may display information that is different from the information displayed on the display module. As noted by Wearable, this could very well mean that users can view videos sent via messaging apps like WhatsApp. Obviously, this is just one use scenario. The diagrams on the patent also show a bunch of lenses and LEDs aligned in two rows that will allow for an undistorted projection of the image or the content on the hand via the built-in projector on the Galaxy Watch. However, you may need to have your wrist perfectly straight for the image to be properly displayed. To be honest, this could easily be one of the patents that companies file out of the blue and is part of the R&D team's vast arsenal. We have to wait and keep an eye out if there is any development from Samsung in this regard. The Galaxy S20 Fan Edition was a massive hit, but the Galaxy S21 Fan Edition didn't do as well, partly due to its high price and late launch. Last year, Samsung skipped launching the Galaxy S22 FE due to chip shortage and the global economic downturn. However, reports claim that the South Korean firm will launch the Galaxy S23 FE later this year. According to Hankook, a South Korean publication, Samsung will launch a new Galaxy S Fan Edition smartphone in the second half of 2023. While many wondered if Samsung will discontinue the Fan Edition lineup, the new report claims that the company will launch the Galaxy S23 FE and skip the Galaxy A74 instead. Moreover, the South Korean firm may launch the Galaxy S23 FE in more countries this year compared to the Galaxy S21 FE, which was launched only in some Asian countries, Europe and the US. Apparently, Samsung managed to sell over 10 million units of the Galaxy S20 FE. In comparison, the Galaxy S21 FE didn't do as well. Even the Galaxy A73 had dismal sales figures at just 3 million units. So, the company is carefully planning a smartphone lineup to avoid sales cannibalization among Galaxy devices. The company will reportedly skip the Galaxy A74 to improve sales of the Galaxy S23 Fan Edition. While nothing has been leaked about this alleged Galaxy S23 FE, some reports claim that it will not use the Exynos 2300 chipset, so it is possible that Samsung will either use the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy or last year's Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Apart from the chipset, we hope that Samsung also improves the cameras with the Galaxy S23 FE. The Galaxy S23 Ultra has many qualities I will detail in my coming review, but one of the most unexpected is the amount of time this phone can run on a single battery charge. Battery life is fantastic, and there may be many reasons for these, including the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy chipset and better software optimization. Yet another reason for the Galaxy S23 Ultra's battery life may be the materials Samsung used to manufacture the AMOLED display, as per a report by Dylan Raga. Although the S23 Ultra screen still appears to be using M11 materials for blue pixels rather than M12 materials, there is a divergence in the individual emitters, the source explains. So, it's not as straightforward as putting the S23 Ultra's display under the M11 classification. In practice, all this means that the Galaxy S23 Ultra display is highly energy efficient, even more so than the panel used by the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which relies on M12 materials. The Galaxy S23 Ultra's display seemingly has broader green emissions than the M12-based panels. Furthermore, it appears to use new red light emitters, and even though it has M11-based blue light emitters, it achieves higher energy efficiency than the iPhone 14 Pro Max display at similar brightness levels. Take a look at the graph comparing the Galaxy S23 Ultra, the Galaxy S22 Plus, and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. As per this demonstration, the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the iPhone 14 Pro Max are on equal footing in terms of screen brightness and energy consumptions, but only up to a point. After roughly 400 nits, the Galaxy S23 Ultra display shows a higher energy efficiency. Any 1150 nits of full screen brightness in high brightness mode. The Galaxy S23 Ultra display uses roughly 600 mW less than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And yes, even the Galaxy S22 Plus display has a higher energy efficiency than the iPhone 14 Pro Max after a certain brightness level, roughly 800 nits. But the Galaxy S23 Ultra display is even more impressive, especially since it doesn't outright use M12 materials and beats the iPhone 14 Pro Max throughout the full screen brightness curve. Samsung really seems to have hit the ball out of the park with its new Galaxy S23 Ultra. The new flagship may not look very different from the 2022 model, but it brings many improvements that ultimately lead to a superior user experience across the board. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Please share it with your friends. See you in the next one. Good luck to all.